Hello everyone, welcome to Xoomclass. We are back with prepositions. So let's begin with prepositions. So first one is preposition of time. So what is preposition of time? A preposition of time is a preposition that allows you to discuss a specific time period such as date on the calendar, one of the days of the week, or the actual time something takes place. So that is preposition of time. So let's begin. First one is after and later. So use after plus phrase and use later alone at the end of the sentence or phrase. For example, I'll call you later. In this sentence, we have used later at the end. Second one, I'll call you after I get home from work. In this sentence, we have used after plus phrase. Third one, first he brought a new car. 2 weeks later, he brought a new motorcycle. In this sentence also, we have used later at the end, that is 2 weeks later. You can say later plus time period to refer an unspecified time in the future. So, for example, I'll finish the project later this week. We'll go on vacation later this year. In both these sentences, we haven't specified time. So, that is how we can use later plus time period. For using after, never use after at the end of the sentence. Instead, use afterwards. Second one is ago and before. So, use ago to talk about past times in reference to the current moment. That is, we will be talking about our past things in present using ago. For example, I graduated from college 3 years ago. That is, I am talking about my graduation in present time that happened in 3 years ago. Second sentence is, this came in my courier a few minutes ago. So we are talking about few minutes ago. That is past time. Second one, use before to talk about past times in reference to another moment in the past. The day before yesterday, she lived there since before the war. So we are using before. Using before, we will be talking about two past things in reference with each other. Third one is by and until. Use by for one specific event that will happen before a certain time in the future. Please send me information by Monday. They should have replied to my letter by now. So in this sentence, by using by, we will be talking about things that should have happened in certain specified limit or before certain specified limit. Second one is use until for continuous event that will continue and then stop at a certain time in the future. For example, he is staying in London until 30th. We are talking about he will be staying in certain country until certain time. So that is how we are using until. Another one is Jim will be working in Germany until the next April. In this sentence also we are talking about time period. He will be continuously staying or working in Germany. Another one, during, while. Both during and while mean that something happens at the same time as something else. For example, use during plus noun. She cried during the movie. So in this we have used during and noun as movie. Another one is use while plus subject plus verb or while plus gerund. I have told gerund, what is gerund, in first video also. So gerund is nothing but it is a form of verb to which ing is added. For example, move is verb to which ing is added. If we use moving, that is gerund. So she cried while she was watching the movie. She cried while watching the movie. So both the forms are correct and we used while plus subject plus verb. Just remember this, while plus subject plus verb. Fifth one, from, to, till and until. We use from plus to or till until to define the beginning and the end of time period. For example, the museum is open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Second one is Jack will be on vacation from tomorrow until next Friday. I studied English from 2001 till 2004. So in all these sentences we saw a certain what we can say is a certain time period, like from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. from tomorrow until next Friday. So there is a specified time period. So another one is sixth, on, in, at. So use in for centuries, decades, years, season and months. For example, in the 18th century, in the 1960s. So we have used in for decades, years, seasons and months. Another one is use on for days. On Friday, on March 15th. Use at for times. For example, at 3:30, at 4:15. Seventh one is past 2. So in this, we can use these prepositions with minutes in relation to the hour. So 3:50, 10 to 4. 6:15. So 6:15, how we will call 6:15? 6:15. So this is how we have used past and to. So in this also we have to remember while using on, in, at, that we have to use in. For example, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and for night we have to use at night. So remember these sentences. We usually make mistakes in these sentences. Eighth one is for or since. For is used for a period of time. For example, I have been waiting for 3 hours. We have lived here for 4 years. So here we are talking about time period of 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, anything. For a week, it is also a time period. So we have used for time period. Second one is since is used to reference a specific. For example, I have been waiting since 10 o'clock. We lived here since 2008. So here in this sentence we are talking about a specific time. Then next one is ninth. As soon as long as. As soon as means immediately after another event. For example, we'll call you as soon as we arrive. If we arrive at 8 am, we'll call you at 8:05. So in this sentence, we are talking about as soon as, that is, for example, if you consider we are arriving. So if we arrive at say 7 o'clock and we will be telling another person like I'll call you at 8:05 or 7:05. So that is something as soon as early as possible. Second one is as long as means for the period of time or on the condition that. For example, I stayed awake for as long as I could. That is time period. Another one, I'll take the job as long as I have the freedom to work from home a few days a week. If you have any questions, queries, suggestions, write in the comment section below. Make sure you share, like and subscribe to Xoomclass. Thank you. Stay tuned.